Hey, coaches, and welcome! We are so glad to have you on board for the upcoming baseball season. Think of this as your official playbook, your go-to guide for making this an absolutely fantastic experience for every single one of your players. So, let's jump right in. Before we get into any of the drills or the rules, we have to start with the most important question of all. Seriously, let's forget about the scoreboards for just a minute and really think about this. When a kid signs up to play ball, what are we really trying to do here? And look, this isn't just some philosophical question. A few years back, in 2014, USA Baseball took a hard look at this and found some major hurdles in youth sports. Things like not enough coaching education, kids getting pushed to specialize in just one sport way too early, and a culture that, honestly, sometimes cares a lot more about winning than actually helping kids develop. These are the very things that can make kids fall out of love with the game. So, our league has a direct answer to those challenges. It's our core philosophy. It guides every single decision we make, from the rules of the game to how we expect you, our coaches, to act. We call it the recreation-first mindset. This really gets to the heart of it all. Our mission isn't about churning out the next big league superstar. It's about focusing on the whole child. Their physical skills, sure, but also their social and psychological growth. It means we have to create a high-energy, positive space where celebrating a player's effort is always more important than the final score. The only real expectation is that they just try. Let's just break that down for a second, because the difference is night and day. On the left, that's us. That's recreation first. We celebrate effort. We see mistakes not as failures, but as chances to learn. And fun? Fun is goal number one. But on the right? That's the win-at-all-costs trap. That's where you only focus on the final score, and mistakes get punished. We live and breathe what's in that left column. That's who we are. So that all sounds great, right? But how do you actually do that on a hot Tuesday evening when you've got a dozen 5-year-olds running in every direction? Well, that's where your playbook comes in. The Volunteer Code of Conduct. And look, this isn't some dusty rule book. This is the how-to guide for bringing that recreation-first mindset to life on the field. This line right here, pulled straight from the code, is absolutely crucial. It is non-negotiable. A kid makes a mistake, they swing and miss, they drop a pop fly. Your reaction in that split second, it sets the tone for their entire experience. Are you the coach who throws their hands up in frustration, or are you the one who says, "Hey, great swing, let's get the next one"? Your job is to build confidence, period, not to criticize. And you know what? The Code of Conduct even gives you a specific tool for this. It's called the sandwich method. And it's simple, but man, is it effective. You start with something positive, then you give just one, simple, constructive correction. And you always end with more encouragement. Like, awesome job getting in front of that grounder. Hey, next time, let's try to get that glove all the way down to the dirt. I love that you're not afraid to get dirty. It's a game changer. Okay, now for a critical safety rule from the code. It's called the Rule of Two, and it exists to protect everyone, the kids and you. There should never, ever be a situation where one volunteer is alone with a single child. You always work in pairs or groups. If a player needs the restroom, they are handed off directly to their parent or guardian, or they go with at least 2 authorized adults. This isn't a suggestion. It's a strict, essential policy for keeping everyone safe. All right, so let's see how this all comes together out on the diamond. Our philosophy and the Code of Conduct, they aren't just abstract ideas. They are literally baked right into the rules of the game at every single level. You're going to see how the rules themselves are designed to make our recreation-first mindset a reality. Just take a look at how this works. In U4 Blastball, for our youngest kids, we don't even keep score. The whole point is just to have fun and move. In U5 T-ball, still no score, and every single player gets to bat each inning. It's all about equal participation. By U7, the coaches actually work together on the score, which builds sportsmanship. And then in U9, when we bring in official umpires, your job as a coach is to be the #1 model of respect. See, every rule has a purpose tied right back to the code. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's just zoom out for a second. All these rules, the communication tricks, the entire code of conduct, it's all designed for one reason: to help you make a real, lasting, and positive impact on these kids. At the end of the day, it really just boils down to this. Embrace that recreation-first mindset in everything you do. Keep your practices full of energy and movement. Kids learn by doing, not by standing in a line. And maybe most important of all, Always reframe those errors as opportunities to learn. That is how you build an environment where kids truly fall in love with this game. So we'll leave you with this one last thought. 20 years from now, long after anyone remembers the scores from this season, what will your players remember about you? Will they remember the coach who got frustrated when they made a mistake? Or will they remember the coach who encouraged them, who taught them, and who made them feel like they mattered every single time they stepped on the field? The choice is yours. Thank you so much for volunteering. Now let's play ball.